Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we're on Motogp 18 once again for another episode of the 110 Rider Challenge. Here we are at Buriram as it's Moto2s. You can see there are lots of crashes going on this formation lap, but without further ado we'll try and get straight in to the race because we don't want to, dilly-dally about. It's quite, oh, hang on, we've been sent very high up in the air. I'll move over to the left hand side of the track off the circuit so that I'm not in the way. The reason I've decided to do Moto2 is because someone pointed out that I hadn't done it yet, so I was like, yeah, we'll probably do this one. It's a nice video to get out. It's pretty easy for me to record and stuff like that. And the reason Buriram, not really a particular reason, I just picked it randomly. I was going to do Catalonia, but the AI were too bad at crashing and get back on the bike. At Catalonia it made it really boring, so like there'd be like three that were stuck at the back. You let them through and then I'd be just bridging gaps the whole race, which I suppose is alright, but it's not fantastic. So 222s of us crashed, 55 Sirens crashed as well. So the thing is, they're crashing, they're all getting back on in front of me. I got past one of them, I think I got past Suzuki. Bastiani's in front of us now, so up to 109th already. Obviously, oh, I just thought actually this that broken corner. Yeah, that's not going to be so good. Although it does make it does mean that we probably just potentially get higher positions. So it actually does sort of make it a bit more interesting. And with 100 of them, yeah, you can barely dodge right when there's a full pack of like the Motogp bikes. Imagine like 100 riders in front of you, just all doing this weird swerve. You just have to follow them, so it's probably not going to be worth much. We have obviously just rammed half those riders out of the way. I must say though, Passini's also made his way through that pack in that lap, so GG to Passini there. Just about kept on the road, after being hit by the riders behind. They do love to dive up the inside of you, don't they? So Navarro's already finished his lap. Perhaps it won't be too bad. We're going quite slow, but I don't think it's as bad in Moto2 anyway, so it's not awful. We're up to 104th now. We've got on the inside of Kyred into the last corner. Oh, hang on, with three wide Kalexs, scrap. Got towards the line. We're being out-dragged by the other two. Nice one. AI gaining their speed on the straights as per usual. Right, into turn one. Trying to hold it around the outside. Off Passini here. Oh, there's another crash. I think they're crashing at the hairpin. Well, it's not really. Well, I guess it is a hairpin. But I think they're crashing down here. Getting towards turn three. Oh, hang on. I've got on the curb. Don't want to crash. We're now at 103rd place by Jason Dupasquire and Bo Benschneider. Although we might not actually gain so many places at this track. I don't like it as much as I like Catalonia, so I'm not as good at it either. So Bo Benschneider with the glitchy Tech 3 rims, well, glitchy Tech 3 tyres. When the textures are low, it loads the rim texture instead of the tyre texture on the Tech 3 for some reason. I don't know why, it just does. It's only the Tech 3 Moto2 though. I just nearly called him Siren. Simeon trying to force me onto the curb. No, I'm not having any of that, son. Just do what I did to, I think I did that to Rossi in the Kalexs Championship. I think I lent on him and going into there. He's trying to come back up the inside again, but we've got him. There's another crash up ahead. This could be quite bad if it's a crash in this section, although it could be at the last corner. Oh, we're not going to gain anything from here. We're going to close up to actually proof of pat, but it's very rare. You don't gain a position when AI do that. Yeah, they're doing that stupid weave thing again. They're all over the place. They're crashing like halfway down the straight. Oh, it's because they're getting back on, just swerving into the traffic, that's why then. And then the ones behind are clearing them out. We're up to 95th now. We've just hit Can It off. Hopefully he doesn't swerve at us. And I think he just crashed. So, yeah, there you go, drop behind Suzuki. Which I guess sucks for Can It, but whatever. I don't really care, I'm not gonna lie. I've just hit whoever that is. I think it's Agura. It was Agura. We're up to 93rd place now. Then Marc Marquez position. Someone trying to get to my right hand side here, I think, but probably not going to do it. Bradley Smith is the next target now in 92nd, although he's battling with Siren. Siren battling with his the bike he's going to get in the next season. There, the KTM. We've just kind of clattered into him a little bit there. Bit clumsy by me, and now he's brake checking me. Come on, Haffy. Haffy, don't cook me up, dude. I'll let off the brake and just force you wide. I really don't care. Okay. So now now Smith is battling with Barbara. Or Barbera. I think it's Hector Barbera, actually. But, obviously, well, he's been in a couple of different things this year, actually, him. And Bradley just stopped, but I kind of pushed him along, so there you go. Barbera comes up the inside. Oh, crash up ahead. Ah, someone's swerving. I think that's Mark. Rossi had to slow down there. Up to 86 then. Blue flag. What are you on about? Blue flag for? I think we passed Digi there as well. Oh yeah, Smith got back in front of us again. Actually, we never got past Smith, did we? Barbara got back in front of us, but we pushed Smith through the glitchy part of the circuit. Up into 85th now with that straight line pass. And I'm sure he'll be trying to come back around the outside. So we'll just make sure that he has to go the long way around, and he's actually pretty much done it. No, never mind. Going on the throttle, there's Yachenko. Should we try and get some suction off Yachenko? Try and pass him and Smith on the run into turn 4. Or is it turn 3? No, it wouldn't be turn 3, it'd be turn 4 or turn 5. It is, in fact, turn 4, so I guessed right the first time. Nice one. So, Stephen Odendahl up ahead. Oh, hang on. Yachenko's coming back at us. We're not at it this easy yet. Let me try and cut underneath Odendahl. Not quite, unfortunately. Although we might have to get back up the other side. Past an RBA bike as well. Up into 81st, and now you can see, Vinales moves over on Locatelli there. Oh, screen freeze. So a bit of crash, I'm not sure. There's a big pack here, so maybe that's why it happened, because it's loaded them all in. Oh yes, we managed to kind of keep in front of Odendahl there. Navarro's crossed the line already. We're trying to gain as much time as we can. I'm just going to stay far over to the right hand side. There's a crash, someone's gone off, and that is how you gain a ton of positions. Up to the 72nd, the magic number. We've had a big crash with someone just because they decided to move across us. It's not really sure what's going on there. We'll come back on the circuit. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that curb being dodgy. So we're down to 75th now. So we did lose a couple of positions going into that last corner because of that. Has Odendahl followed us through all of that? I think he might have done. No, that wasn't Robert. So Odendahl's actually followed us through that entire chaos, which fair dues. Fair dues to Odendahl. Aiden Leinberg or whatever. Oh, I've got stuck on the inside. There we go. Back off. Oh yeah, actually we're behind Vinales again, so I think we pretty much lost all the positions we gained. So I don't think Odendahl really followed us through. I think just Odendahl didn't go anywhere. I gained loads and then just got pushed off and lost loads as well. Just try not to break on the curbs at this circuit. I mean, at any circuit especially, but sometimes there are curbs that you'd like to take but then can't, just so you don't crash. Oh, I've gone on the grass trying to avoid Fodger. Sometimes I could turn in onto the grass and you probably wonder why I do that. That's sometimes if I think the AI are going to turn in on me. So a crash from McPhee there. Alright, past Fodger. P2. Oh no. Fodger's back through and it's been hit wide by whoever that is. I think it might be Chanon Chu. I know he's 61, not 62, never mind. AI going nice and slow. Stefano Manzi crashes. I've gone in hot into the last corner, get the bike turned on the throttle. The AI have not got good exits. Swerving past Bender. I think that's Lopez on the outside there as well. Hitting the brakes for the first car. Can you not hit me at the back, please, Bender? Appreciate it. There's Kaita Toba in front of us as well with Rusai Yamanaka. Or Ryusi. I don't actually know how it's pronounced. Despite the fact he actually did wildcard, didn't he, in Magello, so I probably should know. Yeah, that's the scariest part, when they touch you and you're on the brake. Oh, man. Oh, no. Down to 75th again. So we've not really made much progress. Last couple of laps, we've been pushed about a bit. So we're going to probably try and be a bit more aggressive. I've just hit Luti into Rossi, so apologies for that, but whatever. We've really had a good opportunity here on the back of a big group and we've not took it. We've just smacked Aiden out the way, inside of Kaita Toba, and finally inside of Vinales, followed him for about 3 laps, because I've seen him just in front of us for about 3 laps, and finally we pass him. Then it's Fodger again, it's that as well. Giving us a bit of grief. On the other side of Locatelli, There's Binder. Nope. Let's cut through. Sliding it. Lift. AI doing a weird weave thing. There you go. Olivia Lloyd's crashing into us. Hit the brakes early here. I was hoping I'd get rammed. I've cut the last corner just so I didn't get rammed. Oh, the Rebel rookies. That's Yamanaka there, isn't it, as well? So we're up to 64th, so we did gain quite a few positions on that lap. But we've been floating around this range for a while, and I think it's about time I get out of this group and try and go further. Lap 7 of 12 we are on now. I think that might be another minor tyre glitch there on Binder's bike, although I think it could just be the low resolution version. The texture's a bit more grey. We are being beaten up here. The AI like to dive bomb, and that's the issue. This track does lend itself to some dive bombs, which you have seen me probably pull a couple off in this race. They are just quite dodgy, that's the problem. And it's about the only move that AI can pull off consistently, just because they don't have to actually be able to stop for the corner, they can just hit into you instead. Which is why it's one of the most annoying things they can do to you. See, Yamanaka's managed to keep himself... Okay, I've just hit Agata off and knocked Yamanaka off, I think, as well. But to be honest, sorry for Agata, but Yamanaka was really starting to get on my nerves by just diving me everywhere. Like at some tracks, the AI really can... They can keep you behind them for like several laps just by diving you whenever you get in front of them. It's pretty frustrating, but... We seem to have got a bit more of a move on by being a bit more aggressive, so perhaps that's what we've got to do. It's just I was a bit too scared of crashing. I kind of took that the wrong way then, didn't I? Well, I actually gained a couple of places from that, so you know what, I'll take it. If Redding dives me into this corner, I'm not going to be happy. Oh, I look fastest lap of the race as well, so yes, it shows that we are getting a bit of a move on. It's a crash up ahead, I think. Oh, it could be behind at the first corner, probably more likely to be behind. Oh no, I think I just saw a bike, so not too sure. Obviously we are in the range where people could crash a couple times and still not be seen by us because there's, you know, we're so far off the leader still. I haven't checked who's been leading for a while. I assume it's probably still Navarro, but you know, no way to really know, so. Alright, Stefano Manzi is now the target. I'm going to try and cut underneath him. We have done him. See, they're easier one-on-one because you can just exploit where they're particularly bad. But then when you get like when you get quite a few of them, it's like you pass them and then they try and dive each other, so they break even later than they would if they were just trying to dive for you, and then they just use you as a break. Profile's holding me up. Yeah, Navarro's leading by like a country mile at this point. Screen freeze. Yep, see, they just turn into you when you're braking, and they just sent me straight on into those two. There's a loud corner file back in front. But we have got last corner file again. Into turn 1. Come on the throttle, out of turn 1. There we go. I know I said on the throttle and then grabbed the throttle about a second after I said it, but whatever. So we're up to 52nd position now. So it's not too bad. Sometimes we quite like to try and get in the points with these, but I feel like this is not one of those times where that's going to happen. Cornfile, can you just go away? Right behind Adrian Carrasco now. Rebel rookies, you can see they're fanning out on the straight here. Second still at the minute, but we are closing up to Carrasco. Another big pack. Obviously it took us ages to get through that like 80th to 60th pack, purely because every time we got up it we just got pushed back down, and in the end we sort of had to start diving and maybe knocking a couple of people off. We've just knocked someone off like the second overtake. This pack seems to be mostly Red Bull rookies. This one here, probably because they all have quite similar pilot skill levels. See, I'm not really lapping any quicker than Navarro, and I haven't been the entire race. Like, I have been quite held up. I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, it's not exactly my best track anyway, but the AI do not take the quickest lines. I mean, I know that obviously Navarro is an AI, but AI in a pack are like way slower than AI on clean air. And obviously these are like not good AI. Like these are AI with like low pilot stat, like low stats. Compared to, I mean, Navarro doesn't exactly have the highest stat, but he's not awful in this game. He'll be quite good in the next one though, I assume. Obviously he's had a pretty good 2019 so far. So glad, well, that they, you know, weren't there for me to turn in on, but they sort of still blocked me anyway. They went for their typical crazy dives. I figure that's how you sort of get them to stop diving. You have to take their front wheel a little bit. Nagashima's up next. Up the inside of Nagashima. That's what, well, we did have contact. I was about to say that's what you call a controlled dive. Then I had a heart attack thinking that we were going to crash because he touched my my rear tyre, which for some reason in this game, like, a lot of the time means that you crash. I don't really see why. Because if anything, if you clear out someone's front, you're going to just carry on and they're going to fall off. But this is a big pack, big pack. Look at it. Tony Arbolino up next then for 44th. We actually have close up a little bit to Navarro, I think. Doing some sick weave skills here. There's John McPhee. So John's actually crashed, and we're still only just overtaking him. Oh, he's crashed again now because of me. Screen freeze everywhere. Dovey, oh! Flashbacks to the Cal Crutchlow Championship there, being sandwiched between a few riders. I know it looks like I'm ramming them all at the last corner, but honestly, it's that time I couldn't do anything. There was contact like a little bit with McPhee in the braking zone, and the screen just kept freezing then. The game kept freezing and I couldn't do a lot about it. Oh, we're on lap 11 and 12, I just noticed, so we gotta get a move on. I'm gonna try and pass Billy here if I can. Right, I have, right. Gotta push hard, we might catch this pack. Best bet is really the fact that they do that stupid thing on the corner. I'll be able to catch them up. Obviously them battling as well is also going to help. Maybe we can get into 30th. That wouldn't be too bad. Once you start getting into the top 50, you seem to get through them quicker, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because there's more just trains, I don't know. I knew better than to keep the lean angle on that curb. Got flashbacks. Yeah, I've not really got very good memories of this track in general, but to be fair, it's not an awful track. It's just the curbs on it are awful. The layout's not too bad. Yeah, I decided to stay off there for when he swerved across me. The inevitability of that. See, I'm not sure why it keeps screen freezing into the last corner every lap. It's annoying. Really, it's a hard enough corner as it is to like get the braking zone for it right, and to have the like additional stress of like actually having to guess where your bike's going to be. So I think Lopez and Arenas have collided at that last corner. Just outdone Petrucci out of turn 1 up to 36th place. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he comes at the inside into this corner, which I can't really be too mad at because he's not very far behind me as he is. Yep. Oh, but a few of them made some mistakes. Still at the bike, up into 33rd. There's Andrea. I can hear those Hondas roar down that straight. I was never a massive fan of the sound of the Moto2s, but you know, that sounded pretty good. But it sounded pretty realistic, but it sounded not too bad. Not too bad. Didn't mind it. Oh, I've clipped the inside, and that's probably me done now. There's Philip Salach in front of us, Oliveira as well, and another guy. Oh, Oliveira might have just saved us by diving them. If we can get into top 30, I class this as a good result. It was Xavier Artigas. We have to get 2 of the 3 to get into the top 30. They're going line of stone, so they're not making it very easy, but we do have an exploitable corner coming up. Yes, I think we're going to get them. Watching out for Oliveira behind. I've just dived into the last corner. Come on, 27th place, up towards the line. Yes! Job done. Don't look so disappointed, man. We just mugged off like 5 AI in the last corner.
While the riders complete a victory lap, let's check out the final ranking of the Moto2 race.
So in the end, obviously Navarro was leading for pretty much the entire thing, but Lorenzo ended up second, Yama Masia third, Rins fourth, and Bezecchi fifth, so that's interesting. We did have the fastest lap quite considerably, but that was that probably came like towards the end because we weren't being held up so much then. We could actually get through the pack a bit more. If we go down the bottom, actually, usually once you get down the bottom, the fastest laps are quite bad. But I would say that the thing is, they're actually all quite similar. They're not. I think they're probably pretty much all getting the most they could in that situation. But I hope you've enjoyed that one. It was quite fun to record it, as you could tell, and I think it was quite interesting because we were battling with people pretty much the entire race, and we did get into the top 20 in the end. Well, top 30 even, sorry. But before I do go, YouTube did have a bit of a, I don't know, meltdown. I've seen people call it yesterday. I think videos were pushed to sub boxes very well, and the views haven't been great for most people. So if you haven't seen my latest video before this one, it's Cal Crutchlow career. It's Australia, I think. So if you are a fan of that series, or just want to see it, and you haven't seen it yet, feel free to go check that out. Just click on the channel; it should show up on below this video. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like I said, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.